Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel, I hope. Everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I think Pascal Ibgui's Senior Citizens dig about Golden Bachelor in Paradise was shocking. All of the Golden Bachelorette Alum's villainous acts explained. The Golden Bachelorette alum Pascal Ibgui stirred the pot before and during his stint on that famous spin-off. And now, a new comment about Senior Citizens is putting him back in villain territory, amid chatter about the Golden Bachelorette and the Golden Bachelor alums being cast in the new Bachelor in Paradise installment. Pascal is 70 years old, so it seemed odd that he was calling people out for being old and ready to appear on the beach, where they could sip on Wells Adams cocktails and look for love. The thing is, he didn't really exclude himself. He was open about his age. While guesting on the I Do Part 2 podcast, Pascal said he turned down the chance to be a part of the upcoming Bachelor in Paradise season. Number 1, I just don't think it's a good fit for who I am as a person. I just don't think me being on the beach with a bunch of senior citizens, which I am, I don't want to criticize anybody because that's not my personality. Okay, fair enough. He's entitled to his opinion. And I personally find this kind of honesty refreshing. People often soften their remarks for public consumption to make them more palatable. But the villain Pascal, the Golden Bachelorette lead, never does. If he has a thought, he shoots from the hip, expressing himself without a filter. However, it has to be said that villains are known for saying almost anything. What he's trying to say is, although there's nothing wrong with appearing on Bachelor in Paradise as an older person, it's just not for him. The problem with Pascal, hanging out with show alums above, is that there's often a mocking tone in his words, and this is why he keeps getting slapped with a villain label. He's got an acerbic edge that can be abrasive. Yes, these older people are going to hit the beach with people decades younger than them, but look at Miami Vice legend, Don Johnson. He's 74 and stunningly handsome. He's fit, he's smiling, he's charming. Don is fabulous. People comment on his handsomeness all the time. It's still dazzling after all these decades. Then there's Helen Mirren. So sassy in her advancing years. She's tough, attractive, confident, and smart. It is possible for people in later decades to hypnotize audiences. In fact, it's quite common within the realm of cinema, so expanding the concept of seasoned human beings appearing on reality TV isn't really such a stretch. In fact, it makes a lot of sense. That doesn't mean the new concept isn't a bit sketchy, or that Pascal isn't fundamentally a villain. Sure, mixing all the age groups on the Tropical Bachelor offshoot could be fun, strange enough to be interesting. However, there's a chance that it might not work. People at such radically different stages of life may not really want to hang out together. The different age groups could naturally gravitate towards each other, spoiling the melting pot effect. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. It would be fun if one age gap relationship came out of the show, but I don't think it will. However, I don't think it's wrong for consenting adults to love each other, no matter what their ages are. Society's come a long way. But there's still work to do in terms of opening minds about this. The show might help. All right, Pascal turned down Bachelor in Paradise, but he did deign to appear on the Golden Bachelorette. Even though he got cast at his age, he decided to let the world know that younger men and women should be cast on the Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette. It seemed like he wanted younger women to choose from, but maybe I'm too cynical. Maybe he wants to pick from women who are older, but not bona fide seniors. He could be interested in women like Nicole Kidman, 57, or Naomi Watts, 56. They are glamorous females. I'm not here to put words in his mouth, but it's possible. I personally don't think they should lower the age requirement. Before we know it, it'll be another Too Hot to Handle or something like that. What makes this series interesting is the fact that it isn't THTA or another series with a similar theme. Pascal can be a bit rude and crude. The French hairdresser has a zany sense of humor. and once dressed up as the Golden Bachelorette's Joan Vassos for Halloween. I found his impersonation vulgar, but other people might find it funny. He crushed Joan on the show, telling her he didn't love her. After dumping her, he blamed his actions on producer interference. Pascal went low when he said that Chalk was a stalker, but he later apologized as per Glamour. Above, in a video clip, that same man he dissed so cruelly seems to be doing a bang-up job of making Joan happy. He's always there for her, and their late-in-life fairy tale isn't Disney perfect, but it's romantic all the same. In fact, Joan could be considering a move to Wichita, Kansas, to live with her man in his beloved city. Pascal may not find true love with this attitude, but what he can do is continuing telling the truth no matter how it goes over. He doesn't appear to care if people don't like what he says. He's Pascal, and he's easy in his own skin. Whether they call him a villain or not, it's hard to argue with the fact that he has his own kind of integrity. He won't be on Bachelor in Paradise, but he'll probably always have an audience simply because he is not pretending to be someone he's not. When Pascal Ibgui stepped onto the Golden Bachelorette, he arrived like a breath of fresh Mediterranean air, suave, stylish, and softly mysterious. With his salt and pepper hair slicked back and a charming French-Canadian accent to melt hearts, many thought he'd be the season's romantic frontrunner. But somewhere between the moonlit dates and awkward group hugs, Pascal's golden glow started to dim, revealing a sharp tongue, a strategic mindset, and, as we recently saw, an eyebrow-raising talent for throwing shade. His recent senior citizens on a beach dig at the rumored Golden Bachelor in Paradise was the shocking cherry on top of a Sunday of villainous moments. Let's be honest, no one expected the Golden Bachelorette franchise to be drama-free. Even in their golden years, love triangles still sting, kisses still cause chaos, and tears still flow faster than a Florida rainstorm. But Pascal's biting comment about the spin-off took things to a new level. The shocking senior citizens comment. It happened on a podcast, one of those casually structured, laugh-filled Bachelor Nation episodes where contestants let their guards down. Pascal was asked what he thought about the rumored Golden Bachelor in Paradise, a spin-off that would bring together favorites and flops from the Golden Bachelor and Golden Bachelorette on a tropical island. Pascal chuckled and replied, "Well, I suppose we'll be seeing senior citizens sunburned and sipping prune juice on the beach. Romantic, no?" Record scratch. Cue the collective gasp. Was he trying to be funny? Maybe. But the tone was unmistakably condescending, and fans didn't take it lightly. Social media lit up with responses. Ageist and classless, jealous he wasn't asked, and Pascal really said the quiet part out loud. Even Joan Vassos, the Golden Bachelorette herself, seemed to take offense, cryptically posting, "Golden hearts deserve golden respect." But this wasn't Pascal's first misstep. Let's look back at his villainous evolution on the Golden Bachelorette, because the signs were always there. 1. The salon sabotage. Pascal entered the season boasting about his upscale salon empire in Montreal and his eye for beauty. But things got murky when he allegedly gave a fellow contestant an makeover before a group date. That went disastrously wrong. Poor Mark showed up with overly gelled hair and eyebrows that looked like they'd been drawn on with a Sharpie. Some fans speculated it was an innocent mishap. Others were convinced Pascal did it on purpose to throw off the competition. He knew exactly what he was doing, one viewer tweeted. "That man cuts models, not middle-aged men named Mark from Kansas." 2. The champagne confessional. One of Pascal's most infamous moments came during a confessional, when he casually sipped champagne and said, "I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to win. Love is a game. You play smart, or you lose." It was delivered with a smile, but Bachelor Nation heard it loud and clear. This guy wasn't in it for true love. That moment marked his transformation from charming contender to calculated competitor. Every rose he received after that felt earned, but not in the romantic way. 3. The breakfast betrayal. During one cozy morning at the mansion, Pascal volunteered to make breakfast for the remaining men and Joan. Hearts melted. He's turning over a new leaf, fans hoped. But then came the twist. He served fluffy French toast to Joan and lukewarm, soggy cereal to everyone else. When asked why, Pascal shrugged. French toast is for queens. Cereal is for competitors. He laughed. No one else did. Was it petty? Absolutely. Was it villainous? Undeniably. 4. The Golden Girl's remark. It wasn't just Golden Bachelor in Paradise that Pascal took aim at. Earlier in the season, during a heated off-camera moment that later aired in a blooper reel, Pascal jokingly referred to some of the women he had dated before the show as my own personal Golden Girls lineup.